Welcome back to the Cossy Arsenal channel. My name is Cossy. Welcome back to a brand new video. Viktor Gyokerez has been speaking again, and this time he's been speaking to L'Equipe in France, where he's told them he wants to move to the Premier League and he wants to get his revenge because he played for a Premier League club and he didn't get any minutes for many years. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Arsenal very serious about Viktor Gyokerez, but Gyokerez is even more serious about moving to the Premier League. And today again he was expected in training by Sporting, and Sporting is saying they want to take legal action against Viktor Gyokerez for refusing to turn up in training. What is going on? We're going to be understanding all that. But basically the player has said, I want to go to the Premier League and I want to play for a team that understands me and really wants me. So Sporting looks like the chapter is absolutely over. So L'Equipe obviously giving us a few quotes here. Gyokerez saying that the most important thing for me is to play for a club that really wants me. The Premier League is one of the biggest leagues in Europe. I've spent several years there without being able to play a single match. So of course, it is something that I would like to do. I would like to go there and get my revenge. It would be great revenge, he told L'Equipe in France. Now, I mean, a couple of things to talk about here when he says that he wants to play for a team that actually wants him. And I think I remember saying this last week, that the moment Arsenal told Gyokerez, you are our number one, he blocked all channels, he blocked all roads to other clubs. And Fabrizio said yesterday, he's not even considering other options at the moment. The only option he's considering is Arsenal. The only way Viktor Gyokerez is going to look at other clubs is if Arsenal say, we are walking away. This is a deal that we are unwilling to do. But he says right there that he wants to play for a team that really wants him. And I think Arsenal have done that, quite enough, because it was two players, Šeško and Viktor Gyokerez. And I think what the message to Gyokerez and Šeško was, you are our priorities. We are not looking elsewhere. We don't want other players. It's just you two. Now, of course, Mikel Arteta wanted Benjamin Šeško and Andre Bata wanted Viktor Gyokerez. In the end, the price decided. Arsenal said, we're not paying 100 million for Benjamin Šeško. We're going to pay about 75 million euros for Viktor Gyokerez. And that's where the stalemate is actually coming from. But what Arsenal did very well, and what Andre Bata has done very well this summer, is to tell all the players that we are actually interested in how important they are to Arsenal and how important their role is going to be to the Arsenal project. I mean, think about it. Personal terms agreed with Mosquera. Personal terms agreed with Eze. Personal terms agreed with Madueke even before signing for Arsenal. Personal terms agreed with Gyokerez. And all these players have agreed personal terms with Arsenal, minus Arsenal contacting their clubs, minus Arsenal agreeing a deal with their club. So what Andre Bata literally has done here, and this is so genius of him, he's gone, well, Viktor Gyokerez, you know that you're one of the players that could actually complete this Arsenal team. And Gyokerez was like, really? Are you guys really interested in me this much? Do you see a big potential in me like no one has ever done? And, Bata and Mikel Arteta maybe told him, you're going to be a very important player in this Arsenal project. And that's why he says that I want to play for a team that really wants me. Arsenal have done a lot in terms of trying to get Gyokerez, and I think we have shown enough ambition. What Arsenal are doing, though, is they're trying to say, we don't want to overpay. We are not going to pay more money than what we are prepared to spend. We're not going to pay more money than anyone elsewhere would pay for Gyokerez. And they're right. If you're 27, you're from Sweden, you are, at Sporting in Portugal, yes, you're scoring a lot of goals, but that doesn't really guarantee that you will actually translate those goals into the Premier League. So Arsenal just being cautious, but we have done enough work in terms of this deal. We have made a bid higher than 70 million. Sporting are still rejecting. Our bid is about 75. We have waited and waited and waited. We've been very patient. We have not pushed the player. We have not pushed Sporting. We've been very respectful, but it is very clear and very indicative of Arsenal's behavior that we want the player and we are willing to do whatever it takes to get him at the Emirates Stadium. Now, for me, Gyokeres says there that he actually wants to go to the Premier League. It is something that he would love to do to get his revenge. And I think he knows, his agent and him, they know whatever is going to happen, this deal is going to happen, right? Whatever happens, whatever, Sporting requests for, whatever Arsenal do, this deal is going to happen. I am surprised, to be honest, I'm very, very surprised that the players put in all this effort and Arsenal have not moved a single inch to actually increase the offer. Now, Arsenal made a 75 million bid, but that includes 2 million of Viktor Gyokerez's money, right? It includes 2 million of Viktor Gyokerez's money. So if Viktor Gyokerez was supposed to earn 10 million in his first year, he's going to earn 8 million because the 2 million has gone to the Arsenal deal. I think that is indicative enough of the mentality of the player we're getting, and that is indicative enough of the player that we are getting. He's dying to play for Arsenal. And I don't know, but I don't remember so many times that a player has been this ambitious and quite clear about signing for Arsenal. Because I remember the best strikers that we've wanted over the years, they never wanted us. Lacazette signed for Arsenal only because his deal to Atletico Madrid didn't happen. Right? That's the truth. He signed for us because his deal to Atletico Madrid didn't actually happen. And then you have Benzema, never showed up. Gonzalo Higuain never showed up. So the best strikers that we have wanted over the years were never interested in Arsenal. And I think Arsenal need to understand that it is not common for you to get a loyal player that even doesn't play for you like Viktor Gyokerez, right? The example is Benjamin Sesko. Sesko literally said, I don't care. If Arsenal don't agree price with Leipzig, then I'm going to stay, right? I am not crazy about signing for Arsenal. But we are also told that RB Leipzig and Sesko have a gentleman's agreement that if a good offer arrives for the player, they would actually allow him to leave. And Arsenal were willing to table about 75 million euros, which for me is a very good player for Benjamin Sesko, but he wasn't pushing. But Gyokeres is pushing, and in my opinion, that is enough data to tell me the player to go for. Now, Viktor Gyokeres also said that on being compared with Haaland, Ken and Robert Lewandowski, he said it's definitely, he says I'm definitely one of them. It's hard to label myself, but yes, I'm at the same table as them now. And he says they are extraordinary players playing at the highest level for many years, who have been proven, and they have proven themselves much more than I have. What I achieved at Sporting, I'm convinced I can achieve anywhere and elsewhere. They haven't seen the best of Viktor Gyokerez yet. The mentality of this guy is top. Like, the mentality of this guy is top. Like, he reminds me of Erling Haaland at Borussia Dortmund. Because Haaland at Dortmund would have these crazy beliefs about himself, and he would compare himself to the greatest of the greatest, and people would get pissed. But when he came to the Premier League, he absolutely destroyed Premier League teams, right? He absolutely broke the scale. And the standards of a striker in the Premier League have changed and have been redefined by, Erling Braut Haaland. And Gyokeres has got that mentality. I like a striker that is confident, because the striker game is about how confident you are. The striker game is about, self-esteem. If you're not confident, you're going to end up like Darwin Núñez. If you're not confident, you're going to end up like Nicholas Jackson. You're getting chances, very good runs, but it's your confidence that allows you finish the chances. It's your confidence that allows you and separates you from all the wankers out there and allows you to finish off the chances. So for me, I like the mentality of this guy. I think Arsenal just need to go and do this deal. And of course, we shouldn't do the deal because of the interview. But when you look at the series of things that have happened, he believes he should be playing at a higher level. He believes that he's at that level of Lewandowski and Ken, and he believes that what he has done at Sporting, he can actually do anywhere. Now, that is a player that is going to try and prove himself, right? I mean, he's not chickening out of these questions like, are you one of the best strikers in the world? And then he's like, I can't say, he's not trying to be humble. He's trying to be bullish with all these reporters trying to ask him, silly questions. He's trying to be bullish with them. He's trying to tell them, I am who I am. And this is the Gyokeres that you see, and and this is the Gyokeres that you are going to see every single fucking day. I'm not changing. Whether it's England, whether it's Portugal, whether it's Spain, whether it's Italy, I am not changing. You're getting the same version of me, and you're getting a very, very good striker. He was also asked about the impressive players he's actually played against. And he said, Bernardo Silva and Mateo Kovacic at City, and then Bukayo Saka at Arsenal. He also said, I've played some high-level centre-backs like Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba at Arsenal. He's obsessed with Arsenal, isn't he? But so there's been a conversation that has been raised online, and I saw the different knock again. I think Alex trying to talk about it as well, and I really, really like Alex, and I think he's got a point. And he was saying that when he played against Saliba and Gabriel, he actually fumbled a little bit. He actually kind of died down a little bit. And when it comes to the Premier League, he would actually have to play against such centre-backs every day. But the thing is, and I don't know whether this is because the Premier League is overrated or not, I think there's so many ramshackle defenses in the Premier League that this guy could obliterate. Now, I understand if anyone says, what if he goes against Van Dijk? What if he goes against, which other top centre-backs do I know? Steven Botman, maybe? I like the guy. Maybe Nottingham Forest as a centre-back partnership. Murillo and the others, like those guys as well. And of course, Bournemouth have lost their, top centre-backs in Zabani and Dean Huijsen. But why I think Gyokeres would actually thrive in the Premier League, and why I think that Gyokeres would score a lot of goals, is this. Think about Sunderland, Southampton, Leicester, Burnley, QPR. Think about that level of teams, right? I don't think that Premier League teams have this incredible talent in defense that people say. I don't think. I think they have. I think we've got very, very good defenders, right? But I think Erling Braut Haaland exposed many of these frauds when he first came to the Premier League. The likes of Rob Holding, Chambers, what. He absolutely obliterated them, right? So for Viktor Gyokeres, he's coming into a league that is really overrated. He's going to work so hard. He's going to try to prove himself, and he's going to be disappointed. I'm telling you, Gyokeres is going to be disappointed because he's going to work so hard, and then he comes against this Manchester United defense of who plays at a defensive Manchester United, like Lenny Yoro and Matthias De Ligt and Lisandro Martinez, and he's going to drag them through the mud, and he's going to embarrass them. So when I think about the mentality of this guy, and I think about the level at which he's performing in Portugal, Arsenal are going to be cooking. We are going to be cooking, and we are going to be eating well. But for me, I have got one question about the Gyokeres deal. When do Arsenal walk away? Because, yes, I like Viktor Gyokeres. I do. But Arsenal have got to understand there is always a time for you to walk away. And that is just the truth. There is always a time for you to walk away. There is no way you're telling me that Arsenal should be seated there and just waiting for Gyokeres to actually happen or not. Like they said about Rodrigo, Arsenal are not willing to wait for forever. They have other options, and they will try other options as well. And I think with Gyokeres, Arsenal should know, when do we walk away? When do we walk away? Right? If it's about a week from now, and Asta don't get a response from a week, in a week from now, we walk away. It's as simple as that. But let me know what you think about the deal in the comment box below.